All right. All right. All right. Yeah. Yeah, got coffee in my eye. Uh, yep. Just call me Oi. 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 That's what I'm going by. Just call me Oi. Ugh. I don't know how that motherfucker wore that mask for like 3 fucking hours. He probably had a better one than I do. No, I have no money. I'm extra broke. As Kanye would say, they keep taking my money away. But it's not the same they he's talking about, just to be clear. My glove is falling apart. I don't know what I'm doing. I tell you what Oda might do. Um, instead of having Luffy fight Lucci, maybe somebody else will fight Lucci. So that way he doesn't have to do the one shot thing. I don't know. That's just a guess. Yep. I don't know why is it one. I don't know. I got more faith in Oda than some people. Like a lot of people talk shit about people, and they're like, "Oh, you don't give Oda, any shit for anything." I'm like, "Yeah, well, there's shit." Actually, yesterday I was reading some shit, and I thought back to something, right? Because they were talking about like some people were talking about, is there going to be another Buster call here? Because people were trying to compare this to O'Hara, but I was thinking like when they did the Buster call at Ennis Lobby, I'm like, why? How stupid are the Marines? Like they get a call and they're like Buster call Ennis Lobby, which is one of your main bases. Like if they would have got a call to Buster call Marineford, would they just do it without ask, like with no questions asked? I don't know. That seemed kind of weird. So I think that was kind of dumb. I didn't even think about it up until now. It's kind of hard though because um, I think Oda. It's kind of like even if he brought. That's probably why he brought Crocodile back and then have Luffy fight him again because like he didn't want to like because Oda. I think he likes some of these villains and shit that he makes, so he doesn't want to make them look weak. Like it was fine with like Bellamy because he always kind of looked weak. So, but yeah, you're pretty much right. Like you can't put these people on the same comparison level with Luffy since he's a Yonko now. It's kind of crazy. So we'll see how it is. But I don't know. It's still pretty cool. Like when I read the spoilers, right? Like I was all like, "Oh shit," because like the way they were describing it is like Luffy runs into Lucci at the end of the chapter. So that's pretty cool. You know, it's pretty badass. Like you're like, "Oh fuck, it's some shit." You know, we haven't seen in like fuck. I don't even know. Back before I was even, because when I got back into One Piece, they were already at Shibundi. So that was 12 years ago. So like Enos Lobby's got to be what, like 20 years ago or something? Let's see. Let's look it up. This shit's hot. Well, I don't expect Lucci to run away, just saying. Enos Lobby was in manga chapters 375 to 430. So that's like 600 chapters ago. I don't know what. God damn, I hate these fucking, like. Why do these websites work this way now? It's like fucking ridiculous. Like, go back. If you're gonna do it this way, you need to have like fucking frames. They don't even use frames. What year? Does it say the year? It was, in the manga, it was 2005, 2006. Yeah, I guess it would have went quicker because that was before Oda was taking breaks so much. So 50 chapters or 60 chapters would have been just a little over a year. So 2006, that's what, 16 years ago, give or take? I mean, think about it, like, Lucci could be, like, on the level of, like, a Yonko commander. Like, look, like, what about Katakuri? Luffy had some problems with him, you know? Um, but then he beat Kaido, too. But do you think Katakuri could have beat Kaido or Big Mom? So I don't know. It's kind of like, there's a weird power scale, and you're right about that in One Piece, you know? Damn. I mean, that's a problem with any kind of like battle manga though. They all kind of get to that point. Like, if this person's supposed to be the most, and then like, how do you make somebody even stronger? Because like at the time, Lucci was like Luffy's biggest test. Like even after some of the people he beat, like with Moria, it was kind of like a test, but it wasn't even the same level of Lucci, like a one on one, because like Luffy had to take on so much shit as compared to, it was mainly just him. Like before Lucci, the only one would have been kind of Crocodile, right? Because I mean, when Luffy beat just about everybody else, even NL, it wasn't that big, you know, a big a deal. So, and well, Kaido, until Kaido, obviously, but like I'm saying, like, and then obviously some of the like Marine admirals and Kuma and all kinds of shit like that. I mean, because it's hard to compare. Like, because look, what Doflamingo whipped Smoker, right? And then hell, even Law kind of beats Smoker, right? And then, but remember before that, Smoker was, you know, always Luffy's biggest threat in the Marines. Yeah, I guess we'll see. I mean, I still think it's kind of cool though. I mean, like Lucci's one of the top villains we've seen. What I don't get is like I thought Lucci and them had like gave up on the Marines. I thought that was like that's what I would like to learn. Like, why did they come back to the Marines? I thought maybe they would have a change of heart, but it doesn't seem like that because he don't seem to be mind killing anybody still. So that's what I'm interested in seeing. All right, let's get into the chapter. All right, we get to see like a little bit of mini flashback. Seems like Judge and Caesar used to work for Vegapunk back in the day. Uh. Didn't they say Queen? Didn't Queen used to work for him too, or something? Like when he associated? Yeah, I don't know. Like it's. I agree. Like that would be a big critique of Oda is like that. You know. Basically, they're just telling the cyber CP9 CP0 just to fuck off. But Lucci's like he kind of figured it out. He's like they're gonna fuck. You know they're gonna blow us up or whatever. He's basically saying like hell, we ain't got time for this shit. You know. This is what see. This is the first time because remember the old pacifistas. Then none of them have this devil fruits, right? So does that mean that this is what's interesting to me? I guess we kind of know that Vegapunk could copy devil fruits, sort of, because I mean we had the you know, he made the dragon devil fruit, but it wasn't. It was a failure because it was pink or something. But like, so it seems like how did he copy Kuma's? You know, because the original pacifistas didn't have the pawpaw fruit. Now you know. Plus, it seems like Vegapunk either has the warp devil fruit or like a technology. So is it? So that's kind of interesting to me. So I'm kind of curious to see how that works. I'm sure we'll get explanation for it now. You know. And then also, this also brings up a lot of theories because then the real Kuma, he still has it, and so he's getting, he ends up warping himself. Pretty sure he's coming to Egghead Island, I imagine, right? Wouldn't you think? He's got to be. Like, I don't know where else he'd be going. I did see one theory. I'm gonna take this fucking mask off. I don't know how Kanye did it. I'm just some mangas in Paris, for real, on God. Maybe his was like sheer, because this one's like a real like ski mask like you wear when it's cold. Now there's a lot of things Kanye is. I don't know if he'd be a good man though. Ugh, he's batshit crazy. One. Ugh. Also, I think he's like he got his heart destroyed because of Kim Kardashian leaving his ass. I think that's half his problem. He still can't get over that shit. So it's made him even crazier than normal. Yeah. All right, that's better. We do find out Vegapunk's dream. He wants to like give free energy to everybody. So no wonder the government's wanting to throw his ass out. But he's talking about how because just to get to that he's having to research the Void Century shit. So he's definitely pushing his shit with them. So now he feels like he's gonna be like O'Hara. I think that's why a lot of people are thinking this might be a Buster call or something. But like, why would they send CP0 if they were gonna do a Buster call? Doesn't make no sense. And then also, like other people were pointing out, like if they did a Buster call, like the government, even if they want to stop Vegapunk, they probably don't want to destroy all the shit that he's got there because, you know, they can use a lot of his shit, right? And but Luffy's like, I don't. Yeah. Then Luffy's like, you know, I don't want to be a hero, but sure, I'll take you if that's what you want. I like your apple head. So we definitely. I don't expect Oda to kill Vegapunk. Oda might kill some of the other Vegapunks. That might be why he had created all these separate Vegapunks, and then like the original will survive. I do wonder if they will be what they'll do about the because he's got like his internet brain is in that thing on the top. Wonder how that's going to work. I guess he can transmit that anywhere he goes. But are they going to destroy that? Are they going to beat CP0 completely? Because even if they did, maybe then they would send a Buster Call or something. I don't know. Is Kuma going to be there with Bonnie and then get? Because there's another theory. Some people think that like Vegapunk downloaded Kuma's brain into that thing, and then like he could restore it somehow. So maybe that's why Kuma's coming, or he's linked to the S Bear, the Kuma Seraphim. So that's also another theory. I did like Luffy. Luffy's kind of like us too. He's like, weren't they CP9? Like, cause Luffy doesn't know all this shit, but like everybody else does. And then I guess we know that the Boa Hancock Seraphim's there, and the Mihawk Seraphim is there also, right? Uh, I wonder if the Boa Hancock Seraphim has the Devil Fruit, because a lot of people are also speculating like that was why they were trying to kidnap her, because they wanted her Devil Fruit. But I mean, if they have Kuma's, and then they have the one they gave Jinbei, like he's got the one where he can swim. Because like a lot of other people were thinking, did that mean that what's his name is dead? The guy from Doflamingo's group, I can't think of his name, Senor Pink, because that's what he had. Also, we're going to see if Mihawk has a Devil Fruit, because that's never been confirmed or denied one way or another. I think a lot of people would think that Mihawk does not have a Devil Fruit, but I know there was also something about like his eyes, or some people were thinking like he had some sort of word that was why he was a great swordsman. Like he had like he was either like a hawk, and that was why he was called that, and he could see. I don't know how. There's like no real compelling evidence to support any of that shit. Um, and then we get to see that Senamaru is there, like because a lot of people are also like a lot of people think like is Senamaru gonna be because remember at the war it turned out that like he had joined the Marines before he wasn't really a Marine, so now he's like a vice admiral or he was. But like, is he gonna be loyal to Vegapunk? Is he gonna be loyal to the Marines? What's the deal with that? Because somebody brought up, I seen a thing where they were talking about maybe he'll turn, and because they're gonna give him the control of the other two Seraphim, so we'll see. So that could be a twist there, because those Seraphim were pretty powerful. I mean, they gave Boa Hancock and I mean not Doflamingo and Blackbeard some trouble, right? So it seems like they'd be pretty tough to handle, like by even like Lucci or any of them. So maybe that's what's going to happen. Maybe they'll be the ones to fight instead of Luffy fighting them. Because like Luffy might do the whole "we can run away" thing. Because Luffy will run away. He will. He won't fight if he don't have to. Sometimes, like when he fought Lucci the original time, he didn't have much choice because Lucci said, "I'm gonna kill every fucking body." So Luffy obviously had to fight. Plus, he had to fight to get Robin back. So wasn't nobody else gonna beat Lucci at the time. So I do not like how poor like Zoro is like stuck out of the story right now because Zoro's my favorite character. But that's just me being me. Um, but yeah, there's where Luffy says, and they'll bring Bonnie or whatever. So I do expect like that they will travel together for a while. Maybe that's where we'll get some exposition. I do expect that this arc's moving pretty fast. Like CP0 showed up, they've already got on the island in one chapter. Unless he stretches out like the fights way, way, way too long, like he did in Wano, then it's not going to be that long. It's going to be like a probably maybe even shorter than Punk Hazard. Yeah. Well, plus Zoro, well, it might be good because Zoro probably needs to rest. That's what ends up happening to Zoro. This is how this is how Oda cuts Zoro a lot of times. Like remember after after he got Mihawk, he was pretty fucked after that. Yeah, he fought a little bit at Arlong Park. He even held Arlong off a little bit, but he was so damaged. Then you got like he took all the Luffy's damage from Kuma after Thriller Bark, and then he was so fucked at Shibundi. And then now, like he almost died, or technically died, or what? He had a similar situation. I still think that the Grim Reaper he saw was Brook, but I could be wrong. So maybe with him and Brooke together, maybe we'll get a little flash to that at some point in this story and get some explanation of that shit. Uh, so yeah, because I mean Zoro's he's taking a fuckload. He's like taking like Whitebeard damage and shit. Like so he's like a tank even without like any kind of devil fruit. So like Luffy, a lot of his damage, you could always write it off as a Gum Gum or now the Nika Nika or whatever the hell it's called fruit. It's also it seems like Stussy knows a lot about Vegapunk's island here. She knows about the holograms and all that shit. Also, I'm getting like she's kind of sus, right? Because when she seems to be like the type that's like don't really care because she lets like Kaku almost get killed. She kind of just laugh at Luffy when he was destroyed, did the whole Cake Island shit, like so. I wonder if she's like a double agent or something. That's kind of a thing that goes through my head. And then we get what is this? Atlas comes up trying to fight Rob Lucci, and Rob Lucci's like, boom. See, to me, like that doesn't seem like that's any stronger than some of the shit he was doing before. So has Lucci like as he grown? There's like hardly gonna be any way, Oda's got to give Lucci at least some fucking hockey. Like I'm not saying he's gonna have like conquerors, but he's definitely got to have like you know armament and shit like that, right? But it doesn't. He didn't draw it with like that using any armament, you know. But he didn't kill Atlas, and then here comes Luffy. This is cool right here. I can see this being more badass in the anime though, because like that, like him running into it. So like this to me, like a lot of the other shit was kind of cool. Like we found out that Kuma has the Seraphim Kuma. We also learned they all got their own nicknames: S Hawk, S Snake, S Shark, S Bear. And then we also got some we haven't seen. Is there going to be a Doflamingo one and a Crocodile? Like, is it only the original ones? Because I could see that being true. Because a lot of people are also thinking like, is there going to be a Buggy one, a Weevil one, a Law one? What are all those going to entail? I would think it was the original Shibakai because that seems like what it's been so far. Because they have a Jinbei, and we know Jinbei hasn't been a Shibakai for a while. Um, the only ones that weren't, well, Crocodile was the first one. We haven't seen a Crocodile one, so I'd be kind of interested to see that. And then I'd also be interested to see if he's able to give that one his Devil Fruit or not. So that'd be interesting to see as well. But yeah, so yeah, that panel's pretty cool. Like Luffy's like, but see, at first when I first read it, I thought they were running into each other. But see, like here, Luffy and Jinbei are running like this way from Rob Lucci. But the thing is, Rob Lucci, he might see that he has Bonnie because he knows he's going to kill Bonnie, right? Or he's supposed to kill Bonnie. So I'm guessing he's going to go after him. It would be interesting. A lot of people were thinking like maybe Jinbei will fight him because Jinbei beat whatever the fuck his name is, the one with the saber-tooth devil fruit from Kaido's crew who used to be in CP0 that originally lost Luffy's fruit. So some people were thinking that would make sense that now Jinbei would have to fight him also, which would also kind of that would also not be bad because then that would put Rob Lucci down, like not like still a threat because I mean we all know Jinbei's pretty OP, but like he's still not on that same level like of Luffy, but could still have like a kind of a good fight there with Jinbei. So that's interesting thought there. Um, I'm still like I'm curious about Stussy and like what she's gonna do or not. Because maybe Jinbei will be like, go on, take Bonnie, I'll handle this. And then Luffy's like, well, he's pretty tough. I mean, he beat the other guy pretty easy. Like, I mean, it wasn't like a one shot, right? I don't know. Like, everybody shouldn't be one shotting everybody. I don't get that. That's like that ain't gonna do no good. I mean, the only time Oda does that shit is when it's Luffy, and then Luffy comes back. You know. So like overall, I mean, the chapter is kind of good. It's one of those like somebody actually I was reading in one of the threads, and it was kind of they were kind of point on like you come back from the break, you kind of get the setup for the next chapter. Because I mean that's what it is. Like the next chapter is what you want to see. Like what's going to happen is Lucci and fucking Luffy gonna fight? What's the deal? What's gonna happen with that? Then the next one you actually get something, so we're gonna see something, and then the last one's kind of like another kind of cliffhanger. So we'll see how that all goes. Yeah, I mean like we've seen Lucci, but like Luffy's not seen Lucci in like year. Well, in manga years. I mean in real world years, years and years. I guess even in the other one it's been years now because I mean they had a 2 year time skip. I find it funny though if you think about it, like these people were supposed to be such good friends. They only been together like a year or something in real like time wise in the manga. I don't know the specific, but like fucking Zoro was hanging around like Mihawk and what's her fucking name Perona. He was around them longer than he's been around any of the other Straw Hats, you know. And Nami was around what Herodis and Usopp was around Hercules and Chopper was around the bird people and you know Robin was around the other people longer. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of crazy, like that they're like the tight group, but then they're going to be around each other less time than the other ones. I think that's one thing I'll criticize. I'll criticize Oda on. Like I wish he would have done more like where the time took longer because it's even worse to think like if by the end of this that they're gonna have like reached One Piece in like you know what like 3 years, 4 years, you know when it took Roger unless he decides to do another like time skip, you know because a lot of people were also thinking that was going to be another one he was going to do too, but we haven't seen that yet because like it's kind of crazy to think that Roger was went all them years because like he tried once and then he had to start all over again, you know, because that's when he went back after he got Odin, you know, because that was they didn't go to Skypiea to them, but hell, Luffy and them went to Skypiea like early on relative to the story. So to me, that's kind of interesting thought there. So like it seems like he's put them on too fast of a thing. So I kind of wish because you know you got like Naruto was like you know it was years in the making. You know it wasn't like you know, they had like time, but then they had little minor time skips too. You know, like so I could have seen that. So like One Piece just hasn't had that many. Like I think that would have been something that would make more sense. Like that the journey took. You know, but I guess the way Oda writes the stories, it'd be kind of hard in the middle of it. You know, so but that would be one critique I have for how it's written. But yeah, I mean, I'm interested to see. I don't think Luffy has to one shot Lucci or nothing like that. Like, I don't think Lucci should really be like that big a threat to Luffy. That's kind of why I lean towards the idea that maybe Oda will have Lucci fight like somebody else, like not fight Luffy. And Kaku's too, but like Kaku seems to be taken out. You know, he got blowed up. But I mean, like he should come back from that shit, right? I mean, that shouldn't be enough to take him out. Because I mean, we're seeing Lucci took out Atlas pretty easy. God damn. So, but yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to seeing what's happening. My main thing from this, I don't really care that much about the fights or whatever. Because, like I said, I don't expect Luffy to lose this, like, or it really be any kind of threat, you know? I really hope they don't try and pull some Robin gets kidnapped shit again, because that would be fucking annoying. I would hate on Oda for that. Also, I just want to learn more about Vegapunk shit. Like, I want to get answers to a lot of these questions, like the Devil Fruit shit. Because I think, like, the next big thing is going to be, like, you know, they're gonna go to Elbaf is where I'm assuming they're gonna go to next. You know, that's obviously on me assuming that. But like, I think that that could also be the thing. Maybe like they'll chase them there. You know what I'm saying? And then that's when they'll have a big fight with Lucci and them. I don't know. Like it might not. The fight might not actually happen here. At least we don't have some like crazy weird shit going on. I don't expect to see like on the Punk Hazard like you ran into the whole other group of shit there like in the kids. So there's no real side plot here, I guess, except for like Bonnie and Kuma. But I guess if Kuma shows up, maybe he can take Bonnie back with him, or he might warp. He could also warp Vegapunk, so Vegapunk might go back with him to the Revolutionaries and maybe not go with Luffy. I don't know. That's also a crazy idea I have. I don't know if that would happen. It would seem kind of dumb though, because we need Vegapunk so he can explain a lot of this shit we don't know answers to about devil fruits and shit like that. That's what I want to get out of this arc, and I think that's what Oda's going for. This isn't going to be like a big, and then of course he's got to have some fighting and shit in it, because if not, it wouldn't be a shonen at all. So you got to kind of have that, but like I don't think it's going to be like the main point of it. Like this is going to be like a, what do you call it? Like an exposition like arc, where we learn a lot of shit. Now we might not. We're definitely. I'm assuming we're not going to get like the answers to the power source and all that shit because Vegapunk doesn't know. That might be something we don't find out until the end. I can see that. We could also get maybe some hints at shit. Like I could see like Robin talking to Vegapunk. Maybe like more shit comes out. Maybe we'll even find out about Eam. Maybe Vegapunk knows about Eam, or maybe he knows about Joy Boy and he can tell some stuff like that. I don't know. Like, I mean, he's got a ton of knowledge like from all over, so he could know other shit that's not just scientific stuff. Also, I could see him like helping Frankie. They could be doing like a power up on the way there. Usopp could pick up some shit. So there's all kinds of that's just shit that's kind of interesting to me. I would kind of hate like if they killed all the Vegapunks because some of them are kind of cool designs and characters and shit like that. So, but I would see if anything happens like the Vegapunks, like the 6 Vegapunks, some if not all of them can get destroyed. But I do think original Vegapunk's going to survive this and go with Luffy most likely because I would see him wanting to go to Elbaf, but I don't know. Because then, like, I think the Elbaf will be the next big arc, like a Wano, where it would be like, like multi chapter, like months, like could be even like over a year, kind of like a long arc. And then we'll like intersperse shit, because obviously we still need to see some sort of kid shit. We also still need to see some like what happened with Law and Blackbeard shit. Plus, like, we still don't know what happened with Vivi. She's missing. We also don't know what happened with Sabo, like when they blew up that one island thing. Um, so yeah, there's still a lot of shit out there, but Oda could like intersperse that. I could see him like drop some of that shit, like when we get through the Egghead Island arc or whatever you want to call it. And then like as they're heading to the next place, like the next chapter might cut to either the Sabo shit or Blackbeard or something like that. Because I think if Bonnie gets back with Kuma and shit, like I bet she wouldn't. I don't think she would be continue to go with like find the One Piece. I think she would be out of the hunt and well, she's been basically out of the hunt for a long time. Because now we're finally we've gotten a little bit of her stuff, but we're getting her full backstory. Because we basically handled most of the supernovas at this point. Like Law 100%, I would say has been handled. Looks like Hawkins. We didn't get much backstory on Hawkins, but like I mean, we've seen more of what he did. Baggy, he got like a decent little arc there. Drake, we got some of his backstory, and unless he is dead, like he's probably not done for. You know what I'm saying? Apu is kind of, but like, but the main one, the one we haven't got anything on is Uruj, and so he's gonna show up some point. Like the only hint we got for him was that like he fought one of the Sweet Commanders or something. Was it a Sweet Commander? He fought some big mom Sweet Commander, right? And like that time skip thing, he was going to that one island, but we haven't really learned much about that. So he's kind of got like sometimes that's a problem with Oda, man. Like he just got too many fucking characters, right? So Uruj might not, because a lot of people I don't get it. Like I don't get why people like him. He didn't have much of a character. He didn't even have that cool of a devil fruit, assuming that's a devil fruit. Yeah, but I mean, if anybody could turn him into cool, it would be Oda. Because I mean, Law, but Law always kind of came off cool. Same thing with Kid. Like you could tell, Law and Kid, like Oda had them more flushed out in his mind. And then of course Hawkins had like a cool devil fruit, you know, the straw thing. Excuse me. What else? What else? What else? Trying to think. Yeah, because I mean, of the major places we've seen, like we've seen Fishman Island, the Giants. They've been like a race that's really been hyped up. So we've got to go to like a giant island. Elbaf makes the most sense, you know. So that's all. That's all. Like I can't think. Is there another kind of? I mean, we went to Skypea and like saw those people. We didn't really get. We didn't know about them ahead of time. We knew about fishermen for a long time, and we knew about giants for quite a long time also, from Little Garden on. And they've come and gone, and they've been around, right? You know what I'm saying? Like I know we got like the long arms and all them, and they've been around, but I don't expect that they are fit in to like have a big like arc where we go to like the long arm, long leg, whatever, which one's island. I don't see that happening. Even if Oda wanted to do that at some point, I don't see it happening now. If he really wants to finish the story in like the next like 5 years, like I think I've been saying 5 years, like 5 years ago. So who knows? Um, what else? Yeah, so I mean that's what I'm looking for. So like I don't know. I guess that's about it. Unless anybody, if there's anybody in chat that's got anything to say, I don't know if you're even still here. No, it says not. Your British fucking internet must have went out or something, or Irish or whatever. So yeah, there's no concurrent viewers. Like I'm, this is when I'm crazy. Guess I'd be crazy enough, man. I should have had a YooHoo, you know, and then got all like racist on here or something. That would get me a lot more attention. Lord. Shit, I don't think I'm gonna make it much longer, guys. Yeah, so we'll see what happens next chapter. Curious. Also, I would learn to see what happened with Lucci and them. Besides what happened with the cover page story that we had, because we never really got any of that like really taken care of. All right. Well, thanks for watching and all that jazz. Peace out. Fuck. Fuck. I had all that shit muted. Oh, I forgot. Down below, like, join the Discord and shit like that. I'm gonna put One Piece spoilers and stuff in there too. But like, they got like, I wanted to see if anybody has like Photoshop request shit. So like, but no porn. I can't do porn. Just for like, I don't even want to touch it because of the whole, everything, right? But like, even if it's funny, if it's serious, like a picture, like, because I'm trying to work on like making stuff look better. I can do a lot of the like face swapping or cutting shit up and editing shit like that. Wouldn't really be able to do any kind of drawing. I'm not like I don't got that. I'm not that good. Maybe someday. But like just kind of like edits, like cutting shit up, removing. I can remove. I got pretty. I learned some good tricks on like removing people from backgrounds, how to do all that, changing faces. Shit like that. Touch ups on photos. I'm working on getting better at that. So like anything like that. You know, or funny like Photoshop somebody into a weird place, something like that. So if anybody's got anything like that, go join the Discord, and like there's a little thing in Discord. I got one about One Piece. I got a whole section on that. Everything like that. Yeah. Other than that, that's it. All right. Now it's over. Peace. Now nobody's gonna hear this, so I'm really talking to like negative people because I stopped the stream. Then I was like, "Fuck!" I meant to mention that, and I totally forgot. So yeah. All right. Well, thanks for watching.